All right, so this is the third part of lesson 1 in chapter 11. This is our graphing extension. So really what this video is about is if I give you a line, can you write the equation of that line? And the answer is yes. And some of you probably already figured this out because, you start to pick up on some things. So let's take our notes and then I'll show you 2 examples and we're done. So here's the notes. We can work backwards to find the equation of a given line. First, we're going to find the y-intercept. Okay, that's the easiest point to find. It's the line, the point where the line crosses the y-axis. Then we're going to find the slope. That's the rise over run pattern. So it's going to be looking for these key things and then writing them back into the equation y equals mx plus b. Okay, so let's take a look at our example. Again, these are not the examples from your notes. You will have to do your note examples yourself, but these are good practice problems so you can learn the process. So first thing we're looking at here, we have a line and we have some points that are clearly shown for us on the line. We need to have those points so we can pick up on some things. So remember the equation is going to be, y equals mx plus b, and our job is to find the m and to find the b. And then we can put them into that equation and write it right here. So the first thing we want to find is b, the y-intercept, and that's the point where the line crosses the y-axis. So if I look at my y-axis, I can see that my line crosses right here. Well, first thing you need to acknowledge is that this is a negative, right? It's below the 0. Below the x-axis, so this is a negative number, so my b number will be negative. And now we count to see how many spaces it is down. 1, 2, 3. So our b number is a -3. If our line crossed the y-axis up here, it would have been a +3, but down here it's negative. Once we find our y-intercept, now we can find the slope. Remember, slope is rise over run. So we're looking at how many spaces we rise to get to the next point, and then how many spaces we run to get to the next point. So starting here at our y-intercept, let's rise until we get to this next point. Okay, we're going to rise 1, 2, 3. Okay, rise 1, 2, 3. So our numerator is going to be 3. Once we rise up to meet that next point, let's see how many spaces we have to run to get to that next point. All right, so we're going to run 1 space. All right, so rise 1, 2, 3, run 1. Let's check out that pattern again. Rise 1, 2, 3, run 1. Rise 1, 2, 3, run 1. You notice we're going to keep ending up at another point on the line. So our rise number is 3, our run number is 1. That's a fraction, but we can simplify it to make it the whole number, 3. All right, so now we just put it into the equation. Our m becomes a 3, our b becomes a -3. So our final equation looks like this, y equals 3x minus 3. Okay, not too bad. Let's look at one more example. Again, this is not an example from your notes. We're going to start with the b number, the y-intercept. This time it's above the x-axis. This is going to be a positive b number. Let's count it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So our b number is a +7. And now you're going to notice that our line is going down. So that tells me that this is a negative slope. Okay, negative slope. So my rise number, I'm actually going down because it's negative. We want to count how many spaces it takes to get us in line with the next point. So we're going down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So my numerator will be a -5. Remember, we're going down, so it's a negative slope. Now we count how many spaces we run until we get to that point. 1, 2, 3. So we're going to rise -5, run 3. Let's check to see if that pattern holds true for the rest of our points. -5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, run 3, 1, 2, 3. Rise -5, run 3. There we go. So this guy here, this is going to bother you, but I'm going to let you leave it as an improper fraction. If you want to take that and simplify it, you can go ahead and get -1 2/3. But I am okay at this point in the school year with us leaving this as a negative and an improper fraction. Okay, so our equation is y equals mx plus b. Our m number is -5/3. Don't forget the x after it. Our b number is a +7. So there's our equation, y equals -5/3 x plus 7. Okay, make sure that you study this. This is the final piece that we're going to talk about as far as graphing is concerned. We learned how to graph using an XY table, graph using the shortcut, and now we learned how to find the equation of a line if the line is given to us in graph form. So we've done all we need to do.